Hello and welcome to PS Best Friends, episode 42 for the week of March 6th, 2018. As always, we are the PlayStation podcast by the community, for the community. We come to you each and every Tuesday to give you the rundown on all the latest PlayStation news you could possibly need. This week, we're going to be discussing a lot of PlayStation-centric news, ranging from arguably the best month of PlayStation Plus games since the service's inception, all the way to Sony's commitment to their future of first-party games. Just some quick housekeeping. We have launched our Patreon page. That was 2 weeks ago we launched that now. Patreon.com/PSBestFriends. If you wouldn't mind going and checking that out. We got some cool reward tiers on there. Anything you can help give us is going to grow this community, and we would greatly appreciate it. So go check that out. As always, I'm your host, Anthony Palm. Of course, we couldn't give you all the weekly goods without Chicago's prodigal son, Miguel Alvarez.
What's up, boys?
And the Brooklyn bad boy himself, Jeffrey Mizrahi.
What up, what up, what up?
So, yeah, we guys been playing this week. I played a real lot of Rocket League on Switch and a real lot of Titanfall 2 on PS4.
Yeah, I've been playing a bunch of Titanfall 2 with you as well. So that was $6 on that PSN sale. Hung out to pass
$10.
$10 for the digital, $6 for the regular. What really pushed me over the edge on that one was because I realized how dicky I was being. Where I'm like thinking, ooh, should I buy it? Ooh, $6. And then I realized, dude, a team of like 100+ people worked on this for several years, missed out on like family events, had to crunch for this. And here I am worrying about $6. So
$3 was the difference you were worrying about.
No, I was even worrying about should I pay the $6 for the base game. But then I'm like, oh, that's the most asshole thing ever. I could drop the $6 for these guys' hard work because it is totally worth it. Love Titanfall 2, one of the most refreshing first-person shooters.
I would say the campaign is worth revisiting once a year.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to touch back the campaign. I mean,
and
at
the
least just the one level
so
where it's
good.
building the house around you. I love that level. Cause and effect.
That one, Cause and Effect, I thought was the one.
I think that's the end of Cause and Effect
with the thing.
I'm not sure.
With the thing. No, it's.
Different
Either
levels?
way,
Okay.
those two levels back-to-back, the one with the houses and then the other one I won't spoil for anyone that hasn't played. Those two levels back-to-back are fantastic. But the multiplayer, I've been jamming so hard in multiplayer, man.
Same.
It's so good, so good.
The wall running, feels much better than Infinite Warfare ever did. Coming up against that and losing that fight, really. Got to blame EA for putting it so close to that.
Yeah.
But then, otherwise, new game-wise, been playing Moss, beat it. Solid 3.5 hour adventure on PSVR. We've been talking about it. It's the one where like you look into a thing and you control with the DualShock, like the left analog stick, like a regular platformer. You control this little mouse, and pretty much the VR aspect of it. That is like you're kind of in this world. You could.
It's almost like you're sticking your head in a diorama, right?
Yeah, exactly. And some of the coolest parts is when I realized I could stand up and like solve a puzzle or have a better advantage at a puzzle that way. So like I'd be like looking at something from straight ahead, but then like get up and be like, oh shit. Oh, okay.
I love that about
that barrel's over there. I could do that.
The VR Playroom. There was that whatever the one in the middle was. It was kind of like you move forward with the little robot guy. That's what I loved about that too. Is like when you realize you can start looking around and looking over stuff. So I love when VR takes advantage of things like that. So I'm looking forward to it, Moss. I'm gonna check it out soon. I just don't have funds right now.
Yeah, it's definitely pricey if you're worrying about like the old hour to dollar argument. But
it's not even that. It's just out of my price range for just right now. And
yeah, it is $30
regardless of the length of it. I think that length sounds like what I would want out of a VR game like that, though. I don't know if I would want that to be too long.
I beat it in 2 sessions. It's definitely fun. It looks very beautiful. PolyArc over the average number of years across every employee in the company, which is like about 12 people, is 10 years experience average in the industry. So these guys really know how to make video games. But yeah, that's Moss.
Do you recommend it?
Highly. If you can't tell, I highly recommend it.
Do you like it more than Accounting Plus as a VR game?
That's a good question. I like them both.
Do you think this is going to make your top 5 at the end of the year?
No.
Accounting Plus, for some reason, did make your top 5. So
yeah, I'm gonna say Accounting Plus was. I guess I
more
love
your type of game.
If you listen to the Cocktail Hour, when I say my favorite show, I do love funny things. So I do sometimes, depending on the thing, hold like comedy in higher regard. But But while I think like the connection between, I loved Quill, the little mouse guy in Moss, but it did have some technical issues, which I thought was only me because if you're watching the video, you can see I have a window behind me, and I thought because I was playing in the day, so some light was coming through and maybe messed it up, even with the shades down. But then I saw Ryan McCaffrey's review on IGN, and he said he also had to recalibrate a bunch in the middle of playing. So just be aware of that. It's not the biggest bitch. It really is just
It's probably just wait for a patch to fix those stuff.
Yeah, I could see it being a software thing. But so that was a hindrance on the game experience, but it really didn't take away. Like the puzzles were really cool, the adventure was really cool. Really enjoy it. 2 thumbs up. Jeffrey Muser, IPS best friends. And then the last game I want to talk about. Yeah, what?
Go ahead, just keep going.
For Jake Jericho out there, 7D in the chat watching me play it, Yakuza 0. I played.
So don't go too much in this because I'm getting it this week. So we'll talk more next week. So don't go too much in it.
I can't really. I could give you the setup for the thing, but that's about it. So I'm about 4 hours in, nearing the end of the second chapter. Only played as Kiryu so far.
What's divided by chapters?
Yeah, I think 16 chapters.
Interesting.
And there's 2 playable characters from what I hear. Then like it's the 2 guys on the cover art, the cool, badass looking one and like the silly looking one with the eye patch. After I finish this mission, I'm pretty sure I get to play as the guy with the eye patch. I forgot his name. But the game's cool. I really enjoy it for being my first Yakuza game. Very text heavy. There's no English dub. There's no English voiceover. So you really got to.
Funny story about games that do that.
What do you mean? Wait, what's your story?
I just finish up and then I got a couple things to say.
So yeah, I mean, and even it's some parts aren't even Japanese voiceovered. So some side missions don't even have Japanese voice. So it's like I guess I could see they don't have
only
the budget
text.
or the scale for having full English everywhere. So like that's a little barrier entry for me because I like looking away and stuff. But the story is very engrossing, very interesting. All about the ins and outs of the Yakuza. Kiryu, I guess, has been the main character for the past 6 games. The 6th one's coming out soon, and this is kind of him as a low guy in the Yakuza. He's a grunt. Something happens to him where he's kicked out or whatever, and has to do some like fix some shit, to I guess he eventually gets back in the Yakuza, I would assume. That's just like really the first 10 minutes of the game. That's not a spoiler. And dealing with the inner, I don't know. I like seeing 80s Japan, even though it's most of the game is really just running around and doing tasks. I found. So if you're not up for that, like running around doing going to this guy's thing, punching a bunch of guys there, then running around, cutscene happens, Yakuza guy does some cool pose, punch him up.
Is it fair to say you can kind of compare the gameplay style, like not the style, because I know the style is over the top with that franchise, but like moment-to-moment gameplay, is it kind of similar to like Sleeping Dogs?
Yeah, I actually did play Sleeping Dogs for a little, and yeah, I'd say it's very similar to Sleeping Dogs, albeit a little less, because Sleeping Dogs was kind of, I guess Sleeping Dogs was really
kind of
combat
serious,
heavy.
right?
Yeah,
well, it's a lot of
serious.
like fist-to-fist combat, though. It wasn't really like guns and stuff.
So it's between Sleeping Dogs and Saints Row.
Yeah, with Shenmue as well, with a lot of Shenmues from what I hear and what I've seen of Shenmue.
Okay.
But yeah, check Yakuza out if you're into that, if that sounds cool to you. 80s, Japanese.
Yeah, I'm going to be
Mafia.
renting it. It's on its way now, so I'll hopefully have it this week. But yeah, what I wanted to go back to, because you said about how there's either only Japanese dubs with, localized text or just only text. I've been playing 2 games on Vita. Not a lot, but kind of dabbling with them because I bought them both on sale. They were like dirt cheap last week. I think they were like $4 or $5 each. I picked up the first Digimon story, Cyber Sleuth, and Tales of Hearts R. Both of them I picked up for Vita. I think it was 2 weeks ago I actually bought them. Both of them, it's either only in Japanese or it's only text, no voiceover at all. So interesting that I thought Digimon at least would have got localized. I can maybe understand like Tales of Hearts R, like because it's a Vita Tales game, so that's like how many Americans are really going to buy it compared to that audience. But Digimon, I would have expected to be localized, so that was a little interesting.
Yeah, that has like an American audience, I feel.
And then the other game I just wanted to mention real quick, it was on the drop 2 weeks ago, I think. You mentioned it, was The Longest 5 Minutes. And I rented it. There was for some reason, a physical version released for Switch.
Only,
so
right?
I rented
Not
that
on PS4?
Not on PS4, yeah. I think it's only digital on PS4. But I rented it for Switch just because it's the only platform I could rent it on. And it's interesting. It's very interesting. It's Surface level, like if you look at it and you don't understand what it is, it just looks like just a really super basic kind of old school RPG, a la like the old Final Fantasy 1 or 2, like the real 1 or 2. But underneath it, there's a lot of charm to it. Like the dialogue is kind of like poking fun of itself and like acknowledging, like it's kind of not fourth wall breaking, but it's kind of like the game knows, like the developers knew they were making an RPG, and it kind of plays with that in a way. The whole story is based around the game starts at the final boss of the game, and then your main character doesn't remember where he is or why he's there. And so the whole game is told through flashbacks of leading up to that final boss fight. So it's kind of interesting. I don't know if it's worth
fighting the boss.
Yeah, like it'll flash back to in the middle of the boss fight, and everyone's like, "Dude, what's going on?" And he's like, "I can't remember anything." And then it'll flash back to like the beginning of the game. Beginning of the story. So it's very interesting. I don't know if it's worth the $40 price tag, because that is kind of steep for it.
Wow.
But it is very interesting. I'm going to play it some more this week. And
How much... I know there's like a timer in the boss fight. How much time are you into this boss fight? Because it's like 5 minutes and it's over, right?
32 seconds, I think. But it's like... I think the beginning goes really fast, and then there's large chunks of playing the flashbacks, and then it'll come back for a couple like seconds. So I think that's more just story based. I don't think you're not like on an actual timer. Like it's not like Majora's Mask where like you run out of time. It's just that's the story of it. It's like it's framed by these 5 minutes of you fighting the boss. So that's cool. I'm gonna play that a little more this week. If anything changes about that opinion wise, Jeffrey's dog is barking in the background.
Is that's getting picked up? All right, good.
Yep.
Miguel, what have you been playing other than Fortnite? I would assume.
Fortnite? Nah. Fucking dog. Fortnite, Ghost. And I started Knack for some reason.
For the first time?
For the first time, yeah.
That recent PlayStation Plus game.
Yeah, the PlayStation Plus one. I think was last month? It was free?
I think it was
last month or 2 months ago.
It was one or the other.
Yeah. So I started the game, and I could see the problems with the game already.
Sorry about that.
Like that's fine, Nate. The controls are a little wonky. They're a little loose. The jumping, the platforming, it's a little off.
I mean, does it feel like a launch title? Like, is that the best way to put it? It feels like a launch title.
Some platformers would feel much better than this, and it's just like, why was this so hard to like get right? I don't get it.
Well, I'm curious to see if if you ever get, like, I'm sure they're one day gonna put Knack 2 as a plus game. I'm curious to see what you think of the second one, whether or not they made it better.
I hope the controls are tighter. Pretty much.
I remember playing a demo for it in like a GameStop, and I was like, yeah, this is not something I'm gonna buy.
I'm probably gonna keep playing because it is kind of fun.
How far are you?
Chapter 2-4 or something like that.
Yeah, they do the worlds things. Yeah, but I found with it was boring. It was too easy. It was just
It felt like the ideas of Ratchet and Clank dumbed down into a kids game. You know, like how Ratchet and Clank looks like a kids game, but it's really actually a lot deeper. And it's got like all the upgrade systems and all that.
The thing that I don't like is
that seems like it just took all those ideas and then stripped it all away.
The mechanic of dashing.
Yeah.
It's off for whatever reason because I'm like someone's shooting an arrow and I'm dashing to the side, but it still hits me because it's catching where I was before. I'm like, really? What's the point of that? Or when I'm jumping and like dashing, like attacking down, and I land, like I attack them, but I don't hit them. I'm like right in front of them, and then I get hit because I'm like right next to them. It's like I'm right in front of you. Why didn't it hit you? It's like whatever.
Are you into the story at all?
I'm not paying too much attention to it.
Is there even a story in it?
Yes, a lot of cutscenes.
Where they found Knack and they're trying to. I don't know. I'm not getting
there are a lot of cuts. I was skipping them towards the end. I didn't beat it. I think that game is so fucking long and just boring. But
I'm probably
one of those games like The Order where they just got so caught up in the tech that they forgot to make a game.
That's what it seemed like.
Okay, guys, that game's good. Go fuck yourselves.
Nice. I don't think. Yeah, it's weird.
The oldest hot take Miguel thinks Order 1886 is a great game.
I got the platinum, and I do want the sequel.
I'm pretty sure it's what's it called? It's what was I gonna say?
Indefinite hiatus.
Yeah, that's probably not gonna get made, but hopefully they do. But I doubt it. I mean, they got everything done.
Whatever. It's not time to play The Order 1886. It's not time to play Knack or Knack 2 because
whatever. Well,
it is time.
I'll say it at the end.
It is time for.
I was gonna say something else, but you guys just cut me off.
Why can't we ever get this clean?
Fuck. And then it's like,
you freaking
oh, you know
why do you gotta fuck this up? We never get it right anymore.
And like that, and I just wanted to mention that I got a headset, the new one.
Oh yes, you did.
But you guys cut me off because you wanted to go fucking.
Because I thought it was a good segue, and then
it is time for Miguel to show us. Miguel got what is that? What has that?
It's the new PlayStation Gold.
Yes.
That's that I bought because I broke the one that I had last week. Because I got pissed and I grabbed it and I threw it. And but
I was playing with him when he threw it. It was awesome.
Yeah, I got pissed, dude.
So what precautions are you gonna make to make sure you don't throw this one? Are there tape around your head, or how are we gonna?
Oh no, the problem is that
this one doesn't have an external microphone, so he doesn't have to worry about moving it back. Because all the time he would throw it, put it back on, and then he would sound like he was all the way over here because the microphone wouldn't be next to him.
Nice.
Yeah. This one doesn't have an external mic to do that with, so we're good.
The problem with this one is that it's still $100. It looks and it feels so cheap.
Oh.
Really? Because my gold one, like I have the original version of the gold one.
See,
I thought it feels pretty good.
Check it out. This is the original PS3 Pulse one. Right?
That looks
it's
more
nice
like
and
the
thick.
one I have. I have the original Pulse.
Yes.
I mean, the original gold.
Well.
Original gold.
That's the original Pulse.
That was called the Pulse, or that was?
Yeah, it was the Pulse.
Okay.
And then they changed it to the gold, PlayStation Gold headset or whatever. But this is the original one. See how thick it is? How nice and steady it is?
For audio listeners, it's thick and steady.
It's thick and steady, yeah.
Nice.
It just has some head, It feels like a good headset,
It feels like it was built.
It hits built in, yeah.
It does look very small. The new one.
This thing, look this. I don't want to break it, but I could probably
You think
if
they
I
designed
grab
it
and I
to
grab
be
it
more
more
flexible?
hard,
Stretching
gonna
it
break
out
it
right now. He's stretching the band.
I think they might have designed it to be more flexible. It is weird. They totally changed it from the gold headset that I have for PS4.
Yeah, because it's thicker,
it looks a lot
right?
thinner.
The band here is thicker.
My gold headset looks more like your Pulse.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It sounds great. Don't get me wrong.
Does it work with anything or only PS4?
Oh, PS4, but it has the aux
USB
cable,
thing, right?
so you could
but
plug
it
something
still has
in
the
and
USB
use it
chip,
to your
though?
phone.
It's not wireless to your phone. It would have to be aux to your phone.
I haven't tried it. I'm not sure.
Well, because it uses the USB dongle, right?
Yeah.
So
I
it's
don't
probably not
So then it won't work wireless with your phone.
Yeah.
Does it come with an aux cord?
Yes, it does.
Okay, it's nice.
So you can use it on the PC and all that.
But
Oh,
$100
or plug it directly.
$100.
It plays with. Wait, so if it comes with an aux cord, that means it works with Vita, right?
Yeah, it should work.
But
Anything
they
that plugs
didn't put
into
the
a
4
3.5
Vita on the
millimeter.
box. It only says 4 PlayStation 4.
Yeah, I guess, but I mean, we'll probably wait for I would say
Yeah,
wait
I got mine on
for a
sale.
sale, like $80 or $70 for it. I bought it just because I needed one because I broke the other one. But it's decent.
I think we had
that
like
it's all black
three-
now.
We had 3 top 2 squads matches in a row, and I think that's when he broke it.
Nice.
Oh no, it wasn't that. It's because I died really quick with someone just shooting me. Oh,
But I think it was like tensions were high from those 3 top 2 matches, and we were all pissed off. But it is not time
It was a shotgun.
It's not time to go buy replacement headsets for the ones that we broke, because
you
now
can.
it is actually officially time for, and no interruptions this time.
The Islander Report.
Am I supposed to say something or?
Oh Christ!
There'll be some news.
There are 11 items on the list.
The captain's count.
First on the list, we have Sony has unveiled the PlayStation Plus free games lineup for March 2018, starting off with Bloodborne on PS4, Ratchet & Clank on PS4, Legends of K on PS3, Mighty No. 9 on PS4 and PS3. Yeah, this doesn't have all the cross-buys. Claire Extended Cut PS Vita and Bombing Busters PS Vita. I'm pretty sure some of those are also cross-buy, but
All right,
I'm not
let's
sure.
stop right here.
Claire and Mighty No. 9 are cross-buy.
To PS4.
You guys have played Bloodborne or not yet? Because I have.
I own Bloodborne. Yes,
No,
I
me and
own
Miguel
Bloodborne and Ratchet & Clank.
Yeah. I rented Ratchet and Clank, beat it, never played Bloodborne. And Miguel, you
I
haven't touched
played
either?
Ratchet and Clank. I got it day one. I was this close of planning the game, and I don't remember what happened, but my save got deleted, and I gave up.
Damn.
No cloud backup either.
Nah, dude, I was pissed. I was like, well,
That sucks.
Oh well. I just needed to like level up like 2 more guns, so the cheap gun and I remember the other one, but it was.
Well, you could replay it and just level up those guns. Don't worry about leveling up anything else.
It takes actually a long time, bro.
But yeah, issues aside, those are 2 of the best games ever.
I think they have to be the 2 best. They have to be the 2
offered
best
on Plus
games.
Not the top 10, yeah, for sure.
I mean, what would it rival? Is it Rocket League? You know?
Oh, for the free games. Oh, okay.
For Plus games. For Plus games.
Yeah, they have to be.
I agree with that.
Rocket League's the only one I think in the same breath. Killing Floor 2, I would say, is just under these games. I wouldn't say it's better than them.
And even those games weren't bundled with the second amazing game. These are 2.
I mean, if you take it back,
right,
you got
exactly.
Hitman, the Hitman on the PS3.
I mean, if you think of way back,
we're talking PS4 games. We're talking.
I'd say the
PS4.
PS3's instant game
but...
collection was better when it had Infamous 2, Uncharted 3. They were given for free.
Yeah, we're saying the best PS4
for PS4,
games.
For PS4, definitely this is the best. But it's not all good because PlayStation Plus will stop offering monthly PlayStation 3 and Vita titles starting March 8th, 2019. The PlayStation Plus monthly games lineup will no longer include those two systems. No other changes are being made to the service, and members will still keep access to any PS3 and Vita titles they redeem or have redeemed, but no new games will be added beyond that point.
I think we're still going to get some PS3 and Vita titles through cross-buy, though. I just don't think it's going to be specifically for this.
But it's about time.
That's I mean,
they're gonna start supporting BR.
At least they're giving us a year's notice. So
a year notice, yeah, and of course, I think Polygon clarified with them and said, in March 2019, we're only going to be giving 2 PS4 games. I feel like that's just what they're saying at this time, and I feel like at E3 we're going to see a big restructure, and it's going to be like maybe 4 PlayStation 4 games or 2 PlayStation 4 games.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I could see 2 PS4 games and 1 PS.
I think it's going to be 2 PSVR games and 2.
I think
PS4
1
games.
PSVR game. We could talk about this more as the actual.
We'll definitely see. Yeah, I don't think March 19th
as
we're going to
E3
see
and PSX come up. We can
a free game for the PS Vita too.
Yeah, okay.
Could be. There could be
maybe.
Honestly,
I own Bloodborne and Ratchet and Clank already, so it's great for people that don't have those to play those. I'm excited to play Claire Extended Cut because it's just a game that's kind of been appealing to me lately. It's been on sale for like $3, like 6 different times. Like I almost bought it like six or 7 different times, and I was like,
Someone's giving Jeffrey all this stuff for Titanfall, and look at you, huh?
What?
What?
I mean, imagine what April
What?
Plus games might be. You know, they might pale in comparison. Yeah. But either way, we're moving into Sony Interactive Entertainment has announced its intentions to restructure at the start of April. This doesn't really seem new to me, but they're going to focus on creating, quote, attractive and powerful first-party titles. In a press release today, the company earlier this week, they explained the restructure will allow it to, quote, remain competitive and deliver on its commitment to make PlayStation the best place to play, end quote. I don't really think they need any more first parties to be competitive. Yeah, I know. I feel like that's always been their mantra.
If you think about it, though, the narrative for a long time in this console generation was PS4s are selling without any first-party games. So I think that this is them saying, like, hey, we're going into the tail end of this generation and in next generation. Yeah. Now we're like,
I never really agreed with that, but I always definitely saw people saying that.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. The narrative was that we know that like Bloodborne was a huge first party game, or at least a exclusive game. There's all these other games that we're aware of, but to your casual video game player or to someone maybe on Xbox trying to kind of say, oh well, there's not even any PlayStation exclusives, or at least that tried to in the beginning of the generation. This is Sony saying, hey, listen, we whomped the competition with just Madden and FIFA and Call of Duty, and now we're going to do it with all those plus all of our games going forward with the end of this generation and then going into what we assume is the PS5. That's what I think this is them saying is we're not screwing around anymore. We're not going to turn into old Sony like everyone's assuming, because they've kind of had some weird blunders lately. I think this is them clarifying, like, hey, don't worry, we got this.
And this is coming right after the rumors from Microsoft trying to buy studios for first
Trying
party.
to buy EA publishers, yeah.
So they're just like, hey, we're still doing this. We're gonna keep doing it moving forward.
Yeah,
and plus with the narrative that games as service games are more important, they're saying nope, single player first party games. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, we'll see.
So it's just nice to hear him clarify it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess remain competitive, yes, because I feel like the only reason, well, not the only reason, but right now they have so many more exclusives than Xbox, and they're really killing them in that sense. And talking about exclusives, quick news: Detroit Become Human now has an official release date of, you guessed it, spring, May 25th.
Yeah.
A month after God of War, 2 first party single player games. Good news.
So, I mean, it's good news, I guess. But I'm noticing a trend here. Are they gonna start giving the official release like 2 months before the game comes out?
For at least the games that we're waiting on release dates, I think so. I don't know if that's going to be their like mantra going forward for all their games, but I think for the ones this year that are coming out that we don't have the release dates for, that's what I think they're going to probably do.
Yeah.
Spider-Man might get a little tiny bit like further
longer
announced.
We have to see Spider-Man at E3, and then if it comes out in September, like we're thinking, it would,
I think they're gonna give the release date there. My opinion.
Yeah. It's got to be between July and September. I don't think it could be any later than September.
I mean, we've been talking about this for a while now on the show, with release dates from E3 especially, and Paris Games Week. Mm-hmm. And I'm okay. I like this as long as it doesn't get delayed or no shit happens. I like this. It's about to come out. Here's your date. Get excited.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, cool. May 25th. Get hype. Next up, since its release 1 year ago, Horizon Zero Dawn has sold over 7.6 million copies and is the, quote, most successful new first-party franchise to launch on PlayStation 4. I guess.
Is there?
I mean, it's...
What I mean,
it's the only one, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. Order.
Oh, that's
Knack.
Okay.
What other games? Yeah, you could think of a bunch of.
There's other stuff
games.
I just
that's true.
Bloodborne, technically Bloodborne.
Until Dawn.
Yeah.
But yeah, good, whatever. Let's not try to belittle number 7.6 for a first party.
I mean, it's
single player only game. That's the big thing.
worlds.
It's a single player only game that sold 7.6 million copies.
No
and it's
live
probably
service.
gonna go up a little bit more too.
Yeah.
So I mean,
It's on sale right now too. If anyone doesn't have it, go buy it.
Ubisoft has announced its acquisition of the Brawlhalla developer Blue Mammoth Games. Blue Mammoth is an Atlanta, Georgia-based studio made up of 21 employees. Brawlhalla is the 2D like fighting game. It's like Smash Bros. Kind of.
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
like Smash.
So it's a party brawler.
I guess.
If you've ever been to a video game convention in the past 5 years, you've seen something. I think it came out last year, but it was like for me.
I mean, it's free, so.
But breaking news too! I just got a tweet notifying that Sean Layden liked PlayStation's official Twitter, saying that there is a new PS4 theme if you want to go get it for Horizon Zero Dawn to celebrate the year anniversary. So if you want to go grab that theme, go pick it up.
That ain't breaking. I thought Sean Layden was gonna leave or something. You just got me.
Yeah.
Next up, Ubisoft has a slew of online activities for players to celebrate the two years of the division and the amassing of 20 million players. From March 1st to March 29th, there will be one global event per week. These global events add modifiers to all activities in the game, and players have a chance to earn gameplay rewards and cosmetic items. There are currently 20 million Division players worldwide. Ubisoft Studio Massive Entertainment's managing director, David, stated his commitment to supporting the...
Doesn't even look that hard to pronounce. Polfeld.
Polfeld? Oh, I don't know.
Polfeld?
The DT confused me. Polfeld. Stated his commitment to supporting the game for as long as people want to play Division, and he's also open to a sequel. Nope, don't say that. Don't say that at all.
Give me it. Give me the Division sequel. I want it now.
The first part of this reads exactly like, and I was telling you guys before the show.
Oh boy! Don't you dare do it! Don't do it!
Let me say quick. The ending of D1 of Destiny 1. So like the game's finally found its niche.
Did you hear someone talking? I don't know.
Blasphemy! You're
shut up.
I don't hear him Destiny.
I think Jeffrey's mic's cut off. I don't know. Is he muted?
Did you guys want a sequel? I mean,
yes, I do.
Yes.
Why not just build upon this game? Just make an expansion. Why does it need a 2?
One more story.
Well, put it in a different city or something.
Yeah.
I love New York. Don't get me wrong. Like I mean, they've already added 3 big expansions and a huge free patch with 1.8 that's added a ton of shit to the game. They've added they added a new playable area. It's kind of small, but they did add a totally new area. They've added a ton of free modes. I mean, they've supported this game so well. I think this game, if you were to jump into it now, like for the first time, it might as well be the Division 2 because they've added so much to it. And so I think having a Division 2, it would be different than Destiny in the sense that Destiny 2, they broke stuff that wasn't broken. The Division 2, it'd be like Watch Dogs 2.
How do you know that?
Put it in a new location. How do I know what?
That it won't regress back to Division 1 and it won't,
because Ubisoft games always get better the second time instead of Destiny.
I'm saying Destiny
Watch Dogs 2 is better than Watch Dogs 1. Assassin's Creed 2 is better than Assassin's Creed 1. I mean, how many more examples do you need?
Well, no, hold on. Those aren't live games of services.
No, but the Division has a very focused. The Division is way more focused than Destiny. You can play Division as a single player game. Destiny, you can play as a single player game, but it doesn't feel right.
I don't think you can play Division as a single player.
Yes,
but
yes,
Alan
you
Moriarty
can.
did.
Yeah, you can, dude.
What do you mean? There's a story.
I played most of the story until I hit level 40
for a certain amount of time. Yeah, for a certain amount of time. I don't think you can.
And then you could just I mean, but then you could just act like the game ended and you beat it. Like I don't know what the problem.
Okay, then you could play Destiny one player also.
But that's the thing is you complain about
that. Stop. You could play it solo. The only thing you need someone to play with is to do the hard modes, the challenges. I forgot what they were called. Like the mission.
I do challenging modes on my own.
But you were able to matchmake with someone.
Yeah,
that's something that
Destiny doesn't get right. Destiny just for some reason can't get matchmaking right, and then they come up with excuses about did break the experience. No, won't fucking put matchmaking.
Not for the raids. What's the raids? You can't make for the raids. You can over here.
Division, you can matchmake the raids.
You can matchmake for the incursions, yeah.
Yeah, incursions. There you go. That's what I was looking for.
They're not the size of the raids, but they're bigger. They're harder. Bigger missions,
and you could even put it harder to get better stuff.
I just think the Division is a perfect example of a game that they can make better the second time around. Whereas Destiny felt like a game that it's just like, just don't make a sequel, just keep making expansions. The Division, you could put it in a new location.
that was a plan,
you could put it in a
wasn't
new city. You can put it in a new, you know what I mean? They feel different to me. Destiny 1, it's like, well, here's the new tower. Here's the new place on Earth. You know what I mean? Like,
hindsight's 2020. We'll see when it happens.
I mean, the sequel's gonna come out. Destiny, the Division 2 is gonna come out.
Now, the other thing it's kind of weird is, don't forget, Massive Entertainment is working on an Avatar game instead of Division 2. So who knows when we're getting. That's what I'm like. Why are you doing that? Make Division 2. No one wants this stupid Avatar game.
No one wants Avatar.
I don't know. We have 17 sequels. In the works
what, like 10 years too late?
Who knows?
Next. Next up, new Battlefield game coming in 2018 will be reportedly called Battlefield V and be set during World War II, according to sources familiar with the game, speaking to GamesBeat. At first,
V
it was
is also the
rumored
Roman numeral for 5, right?
Yeah, Battlefield 5. I think V, though, because I just watched Darkest Hour, and Churchill does like V for Victory thing, and that was kind of a bit, so maybe that's what the play on.
So it was Metal Gear Solid V as well?
Yeah, that's Venom. You could do. I think I don't know. I think there's some there. You could make a World War II.
V has come to
relation to V, but that's awesome. I'm really excited. We've been saying on the show,
I'm not
expecting
excited.
Bad Company.
Miguel
3.
wants a modern shooter. Yeah.
Dude,
I mean, nothing's been announced.
Have you guys played the Battlefield 1 right now?
Yes, I played it last week.
Yeah.
All right,
the new DLC came out. I enjoyed it. I was gonna talk about it.
Like a World War II shooter. Already.
It's supposed to feel like a World War I shooter, but it definitely.
But it's not, because all the guns they're putting now, the newer ones, are from like the World War II era. It's like you already have that.
There wasn't really any automatic weapons back in World War I, and there's a lot of
exactly, dude. It's like you already had the World War II shooter. Like, why do it again?
Because
maybe campaign wise,
you're gonna have the same. Yeah, the campaign. Yeah, obviously, but a lot of people are not gonna stay for the campaign. People are gonna stay for the multiplayer. That's what
it's just weird that they would do this after World War I. Like why would they do? Like, why wouldn't you do Bad Company 3 and then do World War II?
Go
after
back and
that?
forth.
Yeah, that's it was a little weird that they wouldn't go back and forth. But again, nothing's been officially announced.
I
but
mean,
we
they have other
we
answers already.
Can pretty much assume.
Just copy and paste most of them.
Yeah, true. We'll go more into this when it's officially announced, which probably will be soon.
Next
E3.
month.
You know, they announced EA Play. We talked about last week. And talked about E3. Bethesda will be hosting another E3 showcase this year and has confirmed the time and date of the event in an invite sent out. Bethesda revealed the press conference will be on Sunday, June 10th at 6:30 Pacific time, 9:30 Eastern time. They did this last year. They announced what? Evil Within 2.
Did they announce not Shadow of the Colossus, the other Colossus? Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus.
No, but they didn't announce it.
But they showed more at it.
there?
I didn't remember when they announced it, but I remember they showed it off. But they did show a lot of games last year, though. I'm excited for this because we don't really know what Bethesda has in the works right now.
It has to be Elder Scrolls or a Fallout. I think Elder
I
Scrolls
think
makes
they
more
have
sense.
they have another not third person. It's like an open world game in the works. Like we know that, and so I think Softworks is working on it. Remember, it was rumored to be a Game of Thrones game, and then they debunked it. But they are working on a huge new IP open world game in the vein of Elder Scrolls. So I think we might see that.
Really? Oh,
But there's got to be. I mean, Arcane's got to be working on something now. Don't pray.
How about Doom 2?
Yeah, probably
Maybe.
Doom.
We'll see something from it. I think, even if it's just a teaser, I think we'll see something.
Now it's
from it.
16. It's gonna be 19. That makes sense.
So I'm excited for this because there's got to be a lot of stuff that they got to be announcing because we don't know what they're working on. Other than we assume they're working on Elder Scrolls 6, but we don't know when that's going to happen.
Free up your Sundays. Activision has announced plans to release remasters of its past titles this year. That's all they said. We don't know what it's going to be. But it does lend
Modern
weight
Warfare
to
2.
the recent rumors of Spyro the Dragon
that's
Trilogy
coming.
Remaster. Yeah, so it could mean Spyro, it could mean Modern Warfare 2. I don't think we're going to see Modern Warfare 2 this year just because...
I think next year. It'll be next year
it's,
with
it's
Infinity War.
Treyarch, yeah.
Yeah.
Give me that Black Ops remaster with the Treyarch game. I want it.
But funny to see that people are excited for publishers' interest in remasters and remakes, where it's like,
Just give me the
like,
fucking
there's
Mass
certain
Effect trilogy
games,
on
it's not
Switch.
all of
God
them.
damn it!
It's
Yeah,
like
true.
Spyro. I don't know anyone that's too excited for Spyro.
I am. I'm more excited for Spyro than I was for Crash, to be honest.
I
Yeah,
mean,
they're-
I want
they're
CTR.
Spyro fans.
Just give me CTR.
I was a
and
bigger
we're good.
Spyro. I loved
And
Crash
Modern
as a
Warfare
kid, but I was a
2,
bigger Spyro
and
fan.
that's it. And burn everything else. You know what I'm saying?
burn out everything
Fucking
else.
Kylo
remastered.
Ren over here.
Yeah.
Next up, the Yakuza 6, the Song of Life demo has been removed from the
this is the
U.S.
best story of the week.
PlayStation Store after Sega discovered users were able to unlock the full
Oh,
game.
that's funny.
I don't think it
This
was
is the best
they
story
were
of the
able
week.
to unlock the full game. I think it was just the full game.
The
So
demo
what it
was
is-
the full game, but they blocked off like after where the demo
So-
ends, and people were able to just break the lock on it. It was the full game.
It just wasn't
Fucking
locked. is
Sega.
what
Never
happened.
change, Sega. Please never change.
So whoever downloaded the game, do they have it now? Or
No, so they revoked the license. You could do that.
Oh, okay,
Even
okay,
demos, even free stuff. So Billy, my brother,
It's
did
just-
download it and had the full game on his system, but then they just took it away.
that is so
my
funny, dude.
God.
How can you
This
mess
is the
that
best.
one up?
The best story we'll have in the whole quarter.
I was reading that so much trophies got fucked up where it corrupted his things. He can't sync his trophies anymore, and that's because of some reviewers were also saying in this Reddit post where if they play a game pre-release, they can't sync any of their trophies on that system until that game comes out. So now this guy has to wait till this game comes out to even sync any of his trophies. That kind of sucks for him. But next up, last up, Gran Turismo Sport Update 1.13 is live and adds 12 new cars, campaign events, and track layouts, and drivers can now be disqualified in sports mode. Exciting.
Miguel, have you played this since? Have you? Because you have this, right? You got it with the VR
I
bundle?
got in like 2 weeks ago.
Have you touched it at
I
all?
played like a couple matches, but it's nice as they're adding a bunch of cars. But I still don't. They still don't have the cars that I want, like the older cars.
You want the rally cars and stuff like that.
Yeah, the rally cars are like Toyota Supra. Fucking,
Maybe they'll do a content
Nissan.
update
Yeah,
eventually
dude, like the
with
old cars were the good cars. You know, not all this
the Fast and Furious cars.
McLaren and all this other stuff. Dude.
The
It's
cars
like,
are
I don't wanna
free
race
in
with
update?
those. Oh yeah.
Okay,
you got
that's cool.
the game and they're free.
Nice.
That's good.
That's
You don't
cool,
have
at
to buy them. But you have to buy our games from the list of PlayStation games coming to every possible PlayStation platform.
mean,
As
you
read
have to
by
buy the
your
games,
best
not the
friends.
list.
No, you have to buy the list. The list is $5 for the week of March 6, 2018. It's like at Warped Tour when they sell the
Clemen's
set
getting real
list
greedy.
for like $1. And just a piece
Yo,
of fucking
shout
paper.
out to fucking. Stay tuned for tomorrow's cocktail. I'm going to talk about Warped Tour.
Number 1, Audio Beats for PSVR Digital, out 3.8. Bravo Team, PSVR Digital Retail. Bravo Team is set in a fictional modern-day Eastern European city. When your escort mission goes wrong, a country threatens to tear itself apart, and your team along with it. Damn, that's some serious shit.
Quick things, real quick. I'm planning to. I'm reading your message. I saw the gameplay on PSX, right? We all saw it. We're all hyped for it, right?
Yeah.
And I wanted this game to be really good, like for me especially, because it's a shooter. And there was no release date or nothing. And then what was it, like a week ago? We saw that the game was coming out. And it's like nobody has talked about it. Nobody has said anything about it. There's no demos. There's nothing.
Similar things happen to Inpatient, yeah.
So it's most likely gonna be bad then. That's what I'm assuming.
Not even bad. I think it's just gonna go like a fart in the wind. I'm worried. I'm worried for Supermassive because I'm worried that they're not wasting their time, because I don't want to sound insensitive, but I'm worried that they spent time working on all of these VR games that no one really asked for, instead of working on an Until Dawn sequel or a game in the like a spiritual successor if it's not going to be a direct sequel to Until Dawn.
It's not even that. They're not taking their time to actually develop the game right, dude.
It seems like Sony might be pushing them to crank these out. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm worried that Sony is forcing them to crank these VR games out, and then they might not get the chance to do an Until Dawn 2 because these games.
They're gonna. That's what I'm worried about. I'm sure they're gonna have the chance, dude. It's just they're trying to support VR, but they're doing it in a crappy way.
Yeah.
But again, I think it's Sony though. I don't think it's a Supermassive.
I hope this doesn't come off like Resistance Retribution type stuff. Not Retribution. Resistance Burning Skies or Call of Duty Black Ops Declassified, where it's like, hey, we got to get this genre on this system. Let's do it, no matter what. We'll wait and see.
For the people that played it on PSX, they said that it worked good.
What I'm worried about is that they're just shitting it out without any promotion. That's what I'm worried about, more than the game quality itself. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah. The biggest promotion they ever really did for a VR game was Batman, which was at launch, and Farpoint, which was, but not really that much, relatively speaking. But yeah, we'll see what happens when reviews come out. DJ Max Respect PS4 Digital. Fear Effect Sedna. I read this as Sedona, but no, it's Sedna.
With straight up rip-off fucking Rick Grimes on the cover art. Yeah,
I don't even know. It's thrilling action stealth. Final Fantasy 15 Royal Edition of PS4 Retail.
Pick of the week.
This is what's it say on it? Internet required, it says on the box art. It has all the DLC and everything you could possibly want for, what is it?
The DLC is probably a digital download.
No, it's not
bad.
Digital. It's retail only.
No, what I'm saying is the DLC is probably a code that you download digitally.
Oh yeah,
why it says internet required.
That box art looks really bad.
Oh really? It's classic Final Fantasy art.
Yeah, it's like classic Final Fantasy artwork.
It looks just like it's way too much.
I like that. It's very painting.
Yeah, it's very pencil work.
Compared to
I have the Big Bang
box
theme
art,
I have on my PS4. Well, it's a fucking different game. It's not a game for you. Don't talk shit.
Alana,
I'm just saying that I don't like the box, bro. Relax.
Something about the Detroit box art, which I do think it looks ugly, but it's at least it's unique.
It's just a face.
Know? At least you're seeing something different.
Final Fantasy 15 Royal Edition is out this week. Go fucking buy it. This game's the best game.
Don't buy it. It's not that good.
Or buy Frantics PS4 Digital.
That's probably better.
Life is Strange Before the Storm.
This one is better.
Hold on, Frantics looks like what was the game you brought up last week? Deformers. It looks like another version like that style. Is it? I wonder. I'll look into it.
It's a mini game collection. Life is Strange Before the Storm PS4 Retail. Digital already came out. Midnight Deluxe PS4. Listen, PS Vita Digital. North PS4 PS Vita Digital. One-eyed PS4 PS Vita Digital.
We said it the time we finally said it right. We said it at the exact same time as each other. Jinx, knock on wood.
Nice. Let's just quickly see what these games look interesting. They all look like classic indie games.
Here, if you want an easy platinum, buy Midnight Deluxe. Easy platinum.
In this golf-like game with a perpetual darkness setting, your task is to guide a little square-shaped fairy named Midnight. Interesting.
Nice.
It's just pretty much complete the levels. That's it.
Okay. Well, we got even more odd games with Rangy, PSVR Digital, and Root Double Before Crime After Days Extended Edition.
Classic
PS
Vita
Vita
title.
Yeah, Digital out 3/8. In a game that was recently announced, and I guess it's here, Scribblenauts Showdown, PS4 Digital Retail. It's Scribblenauts party style. Use your imagination and go head-to-head in ultimate multiplayer showdown. I think this is THQ Nordic. I think, yeah, they still own that. Wait, no, they don't own it. No, Fifth Cell did. I forgot who's doing this, but I guess they just want the most out of their Scribblenauts engine. Because it is cool, it has a lot of words in it.
Next.
TT Isle of Man, Ride on the Edge. PS4 Digital Retail. You guys are probably both looking at this, but listeners, guess what type of game it is. I'll give you 1 second. It seems like it's a racing game.
Hold on, I just processed the name. Doesn't describe the game at all.
Mine
TT
goes-
Isle of Man, Ride on the Edge. And it's
word
just
ride, I
it's
guess.
just a crotch rocket racing game.
Way of the Pacifist, PS4 Digital. This is cool, I think. I heard it somewhere now. Or do you guys have... Maybe I think it's something else.
Not familiar to me.
I think it's a side-scrolling beat 'em up.
Box art looks cool. Or cover art, whatever.
And Andrew WK had a new album this week. And Jumanji is on VOD. Oh my god, and Atlanta came... A new episode of Atlanta that I still did not watch.
And I told you, Miguel always gets so mad at you for talking about the entertainment part of the drop. It's so funny.
You gotta get it, man. We're all PlayStation.
So,
there you
Miguel,
have
do you know did you play Before the Storm? Because I know you really like the original.
Oh, I'm sorry. I muted Jeff because he was talking about entertainment. What was that?
Did you play Before the Storm?
The show is about entertainment. It's podcast.
No, I'm having the queue for GameFly, so I should get it hopefully this week.
What I was gonna ask is, do you know? Because I know they did that deluxe digital edition that came with the extra episode. Do you? Excuse me. Do you know if this retail release? Excuse me. Oh my god. This Red Bull is making me burp. Do you know if the retail release comes with that bonus episode, or is this just the main 3 episodes?
It has to.
What? According to GameFly, it says you gotta download it separately.
Which means you
So
have
I don't
to
know
keep
if the box.
it.
I don't know if the box
if you
comes
keep
with
it on
the extra.
GameFly, they'll send you the box with the code, but you're not going to get it on a rental.
Yeah, so I assume the box has the code if you buy it retail, but if you get it through GameFly, they obviously take the code and you're.
Well, what they
back.
do, it is actually cool with GameFly. If you keep a game that has a code in the box,
They'll send you the
essentially
code.
all they do is just take the game out of the box, leave everything else that was in the box in the box. So you should theoretically get the code if you chose to keep the game on GameFly.
Yeah, but that's only if you
interesting.
buy it though.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I hate when it's like in you can't get if you try renting Bayonetta 2 on Switch with GameFly, you can't play Bayonetta 1.
Same with if you rent Resident Evil Revelations Collection, you only actually get the first game because this Revelations 2 is a digital download as well.
I don't know if you were a flyer, as GameFly people call ourselves, a flyer back in the PS3 days.
No, we're not
online
Flyers. Fuck the Philadelphia Flyers. I'm a Penguins fan.
Oh, true. When there was online passes, and I'd rent games and just didn't get to play the online because the online pass was in the box.
Back in the day. I forgot you've been a GameFly member for like 10 years. Back when online passes existed. That's funny.
Yeah, no, I lived through everything. And then just not breaking news, but quick reminder I saw on my Twitter.
Man.
Killzone 2, 3, and a bunch of other online games on PS3 multiplayers servers will be shutting down March 29th. So you got a couple weeks if you just want to plug your PS3 in for a weekend or something and play some of these old games. I don't have the full list right here, but I know the Killzone 2 and 3 onlines are shutting down. But that has been the drop of the week.
Big drop this week.
Big drop, yeah. A lot of Vita games, surprisingly.
My hit of the week, of course, Final Fantasy 15.
And Final Fantasy, yeah, pretty are like the big numbers. But yeah, that's about it.
And now it is time for Video Game 20 questions. The game is chosen. Let me just double check the Wikipedia page so that I don't get any facts wrong, but you can go ahead and start guessing. So, and in case anyone doesn't know what 20 questions is, these jokers get 20 questions to guess yes or no questions to guess what game is chosen. And on the 20th question, they have to ask what the game is.
The Nintendo Power Podcast is starting to do something similar to this, actually, where they describe the game in a sentence.
And shout out to GameScoop, has been doing this for a million years, so we kind of got the idea from them. So, nice. Shout out to GameScoop. Damon Hatfield is my boy.
Is it?
Yeah, I never got into Scoop. I don't know why.
Scoop. I feel like you would love Scoop, actually, but this is not a GameScoop podcast, so give me a question.
Miguel, what are you thinking? Your mic
Did
messed up.
Did the game came... What's the question that you usually ask?
Did it come out before the PS4 was launched? Is what I usually ask. Did it come out before the PlayStation 4 was launched?
Yes.
Fuck, I like when it's no.
So it's yes?
It came out before, so it's not a current gen system.
All right, so we need to... Did the game came before the PS3 launch?
Yes.
So it's a PS3 game.
No, it came out before the PS3.
Oh, before. Damn, I'm fucking stupid.
Or it could be an Xbox launch title. Should we ask if it launched with the system?
Nah, I don't think that's a good question.
License game? Is it a franchise game?
I mean, we still need to figure out when the game came out, right? What's a good question to figure that out?
Did it come out after? Is it multi-platform? We should get.
Nah, that's still not a good question.
Did it come out after the PS2? What you say?
After the PS2, which would have been, what was the launch year of the PS2?
I don't know. You got the wiki up. So.
I think November.
What was the year? You remember?
2000 or 2002?
Oh, it wasn't in 99.
Yeah, so it came. This game launched after the PlayStation 2 came out.
When the PlayStation 2 come out?
November 2000.
2000. Yeah.
So it's a PS2 game then.
Yeah.
Sorry,
now you could ask if it's a multi-platform game if you want.
Yeah. Is it? The question is so terrible these days because it's not exclusive to any system because it would have been re-released by this point, you know?
Well, then specify the original launch or something like that.
Okay,
Is
yeah.
it multi-platform?
Is it multi-platform? No.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay, so an exclusive game. An exclusive PS2 title.
We didn't ask if it's exclusive to PS2, though.
True.
It's just in the era of the PS2. Which, you want to
exclusive.
ask that?
Yeah, is it a... because if it's... is it a PS2 exclusive game?
It is not.
There you go. See, you were going to go
questions.
to that fucking rabbit hole, and we're going to get screwed.
You want to see if it's a GameCube game?
So what's the systems at that time? GameCube, Xbox?
Xbox was 60
wasn't...
for a year. Because, yes, before PS3.
Yeah, okay.
So, GameCube...
So
it's not on the PS2?
No, it's not.
Not on the PS2.
So, okay, so it's GameCube or Xbox. Okay, yeah. Quickly eliminate. Is it on any of the Xboxes? What?
No, wait. Let's just say Nintendo because it's probably a Nintendo game.
No, fine. What is it on the GameCube?
Yes.
There you go. See.
So GameCube exclusive games. Let's think about it. Was it made by Nintendo? Was it public? Okay, cool.
I mean, he said yes, right?
Yeah. Nintendo exclusive. All right, this is a lot of games. Okay. Is it like Sunshine or something?
It's gonna be probably a Mario game, dude. All right.
Is Mario
like your character you control?
Oh, the control? No, because it could be like a party game or something or a sports game.
I mean, you're still gonna control Mario.
Can you control Mario in the game?
No.
Okay, there you go. That clears a lot of games out of there. All right.
Well, it could still be a Donkey Kong game.
Yeah, but that clears all the fucking Mario games in the GameCube.
Is it part of is it like in the Mushroom Kingdom universe? So it could be Donkey Kong. No, not even close.
Would you consider Donkey Kong in that universe though?
Oh, Donkey Kong's totally in the Mushroom King universe. He's not in the Mushroom Kingdom, but
I wouldn't consider like the Donkey Kong 64 that type, like those, like the main Donkey Kong games. I don't know if I would consider, but no, it is not in the Mushroom Kingdom universe.
And that doesn't include Donkey Kong? I mean, Donkey Kong's in Mario Party 1. They've been boys. When
does Donkey Kong ever actually appear in a mainline Mario game? I'm talking like the actual main Mario games, not like the party games.
In Donkey Kong's been to New Donk. Donkey Kong's definitely from New Donk. I'm talking the canon, man. I'm talking Mario faced off DK. That was a new Donkey Red.
Come on, just give me a question.
You okay? Let's take it back, bro. Can it be Zelda?
No, hold on, wait. Yeah, are there more games in the are there several games in the franchise?
So there's multiple games in this franchise is what you're asking.
There is? Yeah.
Yes, there is.
Okay.
That's 10.
It was made by Nintendo, so it can't be Beautiful Joe or any Capcom games.
Can it be that Legend of Zelda? What's the name?
It could be Wind Waker.
Wind Waker? Yeah, right.
Yeah. I mean, you can knock out 2 Zelda games, or it could be 4 Swords Adventures. Is it a Zelda game? Oh, what? How are you even thinking about that? 4 Swords Adventures is definitely a Zelda game.
I just don't know if I like the way you're just blatantly asking, is it a Zelda game? No, it is not.
Actually, it was a Mario game.
I guess.
It's not a Zelda game. It's not a Mario game, and it's in a franchise.
Animal Crossing came out in that time.
Yeah, it did. Definitely could be Animal Crossing. Let me bundle in. Let me try seeing if can't be. Yeah, it could be Animal Crossing. You want to guess it? I mean, because there's no other.
I mean, how are you gonna ask the question without asking if it's?
Can you customize your character?
And win the title.
Can you customize your character? Because I'll get in some RPGs as well. You could customize your character.
Yes.
Okay, yes, it could be Animal Crossing. You shit on me for not asking the right questions, but you don't even ask any questions.
Oh, well, I'm thinking. I mean, fuck.
But it says in a franchise, you could customize your character. Ooh, but it could be an RPG. Is it a Fire Emblem game?
See, I don't like that you just ask the straight up franchise.
He's just saying it. He's not asking you the question.
All right. I mean, why? There's multiple Fire Emblem games on the GameCube.
I know, but it's like, I don't know, because if you listen to GameCube, the way they specify a franchise without specifically saying the franchise, you know what I mean?
All right, is it a strategy game?
No.
I think it's Animal Crossing. We could ask more specific questions to see. Do you have to pay a loan? Do you have to pay off a loan in the game?
Yes.
Animal Crossing.
It's Animal Crossing then.
15 questions. Animal Crossing, made by Nintendo, developed by Nintendo EAD, launched in April 2001 in Japan. Animal Crossing for GameCube.
Wait, you gotta pay a loan on the game? The fuck?
Yeah, fucking.
You never played Animal Crossing?
I've
fucking Tom Nook stole all my fucking money.
He gives you some shit and then says he steals your life. He steals your work. You know. But yeah, that has been Game Time.
And shout out to Nathaniel Hicks who submitted that game. If you want to submit a game for nice. Game Time, just private message me on Facebook or DM me on Twitter. Don't send it to our email because these jokers will see it. But yeah, so that was submitted by Nathaniel Hicks. See, I knew you guys were either going to get right to it or you were going to be totally stumped. I knew it was going to be one or the other. So.
Oh, no, I wasn't going to be stumped. If I got to GameCube first party, I would have said... what do you call it?
I mean, you were going to the fucking PS2 era and just focusing on that.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You either would have got totally lost in the PS2 generation or you were going to nail it down to...
Yeah,
that's what I said to Nathaniel. I said, if they can get to GameCube, they're going to get it.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then speaking of Nathaniel, shout out to our patrons, Jack Mosseri, Jack Terzi, and Nathaniel Hicks, all backing us on the shout-outs level. Once again, if you want to plug anything along with that shout-out, you can send it in to us. And if you want to back us on that level, hit patreon.com/psbestfriends, where you can see all the stuff we have to offer.
$2 or more gets you a shout-out on the show. $5 or more gets lets you choose the topic of either this show or Cocktail Hour, which we'll be hosting tomorrow. But this show is coming to a close. Anything else you guys want to close out with?
We'll be making a post on the Patreon feed for your topics since you backed us at that level, and we'll get them. We should have done them this week, but
it's been a really chaotic week. Nathaniel knows all about it. It's been very up and down week for me, both with the podcast and at work. So this week should be much better. Miguel, anything else you want to close out with?
Yeah. I want Far Cry 5 now. Can you guys get it for me?
Couple weeks.
Oh yeah, a lot of Far Cry 5 stuff came out. We didn't talk about, but that's out there.
I'm ready. My body's ready. I'm ready for that experience.
I am getting excited for it, but I am definitely renting it. So excited for that.
I'm buying it.
Let us know what you think your favorite upcoming game is.
Are you buying God of War?
Haven't decided yet. I'm gonna play it. I just don't know if I'm renting it or buying it yet. That's one of those ones I think I might end up buying it, but I just haven't decided yet. Jeffrey and I both were in the same boat where, like, if we can't get it for launch on GameFly, we'll just pre-order it like night of.
Well, I got what's the name of the collection?
Oh,
Not the expensive one, the one in the middle.
Like
it comes with the statue. I don't know. I forgot their name.
Yeah, I think it was the Stone Mason edition, wasn't it?
Was that the one?
Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, because the really expensive one came with extra like little fucking keychain toys or whatever the fuck it's called.
I might
go
to 2 games a month on GameFly. I'm just wondering.
I've been doing 2 games a month, and it's actually it's worth it because you can send a game back and still be playing another game.
Yeah, you're paying.
It's good if you time them together. Like you have one ship, and then play that one, get the other one to ship to you.
Yeah, you'll never have time where you're
send
paying
the other one
money
back once
for
you
not
get the
having
second
a
one.
game. You'll always be paying money and having a game.
The problem with me with GameFly is that when I get I got South Park, right? And I played it for one day, and that was it. I just didn't feel like playing it. Like, I still wanted to play it, but and I need to be in the mood to play that type of game or a game, and I don't want it to be just sitting there and knowing that I could have something else. And I've been ordering movies from the service because, I'm going to watch it really quick, and that's to send it back. And it's like, I'd rather give my money to the developer, support them, instead of giving it to someone else to send me a free
I feel
game.
that, but like I said last week when we were talking
like,
about
I
this
know
in
it's
our chat, I'm just broke, so this is just my way to get through all these. There's too many games, so. But
service in PS5 era, you guys are probably gonna get screwed.
Yeah, we'll see. A lot of games you can't play on GameFly. But anyways, we got off the rails for a little bit. We're sorry about that. This has been PS Best Friends Podcast, episode 42. For any questions, comments, and concerns, you can email us at psbestfriendspod@gmail.com. You can DM us or tweet at us on Twitter at PSBFpodcast. Again, check out our Patreon, patreon.com/psbestfriends. Throw us a couple bucks and we will shout you out on the show. We will take in pretty much, we're always taking suggestions for the show. But if you definitely want to get heard, hit us up on that Patreon. We would appreciate anything you give us, even $1 a month. Will be a huge boost to our development, I guess you could say, just building this community. And where can people find you, Miguel?
You know what I hate, dude? When it's cold outside and you got to do a no change. And you start, getting in there, getting nice and dirty, oil all around you. And it's really cold, so you start not feeling your fingers. And your coffee spills, and you're like, "Oh man,
are you having a stroke
over here?"
Are you having a stroke?
No, dude.
What the fuck?
You could find me at
I think that's his PSN
PlayStation Network at Dark Angel 1010.
And you can find me on Brawl96 on PSN or Mr. Brawl96 on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. And if you don't want to support us on Patreon, definitely check us out in the Discord, and you can find that on our Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/PSBestFriends. Cool place, let me tell you what. You got a lot. And
you can find me on PSN, the only X188, and you can find me on Twitter at Anthony Palm. If you want to check out more of Miguel's nonsense shenanigans about spilling his coffee while getting oil all over himself, check out Cocktail Hour. That'll be dropping on Wednesdays. And I'm sure we're going to hear more about that in this week's episode. Also, if you don't mind, please don't forget to subscribe. Give us a 5-star rating on your podcast app of choice, preferably iTunes. That's going to get us a lot more views, which is going to grow the community. And then we're going to get a lot more of you guys meeting each other. And that would be awesome. So if you could do that, we would greatly appreciate it. Thanks for listening in. This has been PS Best Friends, episode 42. And we will catch you all next week.
Dude, these glasses are really bright. I like them. You know what I'm saying?